around to this London, so we decided to get some breakfast to go. I got the eggs with cheese and some sausage and toast on our next ferry heading to Virgin Gorda. Guys, we made it to Virgin Gorda. Let's get a taxi and head to the baths. I'm obsessed with these little outdoor taxis. These are my favorite to be in. I just love getting the natural breeze and just being able to see the whole island. If you're coming to the BVI or the USVI, I highly recommend getting one that's outside. It's just so much fun. Guys, being back in Virgin Gorda is just bringing back so many memories. Me and Darren actually came here, and it was like our first big trip that we like ever took together. I want to say this was like 2015 we came here, and we went to the baths. It's so crazy like how far we've come, how many places we've been to since then, how many beautiful beaches we've been to since then. So I feel like Virgin Gorda will always like hold a special place in my heart. Just from that feeling alone, I felt like also this is when I fell in love with the beach and being in the water and like just being on an island, as crazy as that sounds. Even though my family grew up, even though like my family is from St. Kitts and I grew up going there, we just never really explored like that. It wasn't until I got with this man right here that I feel like he broadened my horizons. What'd you say? Yeah?
Yeah.
You broadened my horizons? You know that?
I'm trying to look for that place we ate at that one time when we was out here. I remember it was like along the road because we had like walked a little bit, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Like sitting down.
So we're starting, you guys, the hike at the bats. So this is the way. Let go. There's also like the bats is known for the boulders, which I love. On a 1 out of 10, babe, what would you rate this hike? Like the hardness level, like?
It's not hard.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. It's not hard at all. What's really nice is they have trash cans on your way to the trail, so you don't have to like litter or anything. One thing that I love about these Tevas is that they can get wet, they can dry. They're just a perfect all-around shoe for vacation. Whenever we were doing the hike for the bats, we should have took Devil's Bay because we wanted to get to the really aesthetic spot where everyone takes the pictures at the bats, but we actually went towards the caves. So this is us realizing that we went to the wrong spot, and to get to the spot that you're gonna see where we take the photos, you guys, you do have to do a lot of climbing. It is definitely more of like a 7 out of 10 type of hike than a 3, but it's completely worth it because it's so beautiful once you make it there. And I'm gonna sit.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Okay. Well, I can actually do this with Darren helping me. I could just come down. Yeah. If you have someone helping you, it's a lot easier. All right, you guys, getting down here. This is where the spot is that everyone comes for the picture, but it's a lot to get down here. But there are kids doing it too. Here it is, you guys. We made it. It is about 30 minutes of a hike, and then you make it to this beautiful beach. I will say, you guys, that the water's a lot rougher than what it was the very first time we came. But it's still very clear though. Wow, it's something to see. This reminds me of a place in Seychelles where people go And again, it's like a long hike. People come here to see this. But you have it right here, really not far from the US, just a ferry ride over from St. Thomas or St. John. All right, you guys, so I'm sitting down. This is actually the restaurant. They have food, they have water, they have drinks. I just like chugged a whole thing of water. I was so hot from the hike. But the baths is still really nice, you guys, but sadly the water is no longer like calm. The reason why I used to love the baths was because the water was so freaking calm. And now the water is so rough to where I can't just sit in the shallow part or like relax in the shallow part because the water is gonna pull me in. And that's one thing about beaches. I prefer a beach where the water is like super calm and it's not pushing you. I'm gonna try to zoom in on Darren. Darren's in the water right now. I just saw him. He's in the water right now and it keeps pushing him, like it's pushing him back. You can see him riding the wave right there. So that's just what I miss. I miss the water not being so wavy and being more calm to where you could just sit and chill and relax in it. But I will say this, water is still very clear, like very, very clear. It's beautiful, but it's just a little bit more rougher. So yeah, I'm a little sad because I love that the beach was so calm and now it's like not anymore. But I still 10 out of 10 recommend. But yeah, a little. I ended up coming to this restaurant. The taxi driver took us. It was actually a holiday here, so a lot of the island food that we actually wanted, the restaurants aren't open. So we came to Bath and Turtle, Ches Bamboo. Thank you. It's in Valley, Virgin Gorda.
Can I get a...
So this is kind of the menu. This is a special right here. You guys, look at it. It's like a whole chicken over here. We're leaving Virgin Gorda. We're back on the ferry. So I don't know if I told you guys the ferry price, but the ferry price is $15 each way or $30 round trip. We left from Trellis Bay to Spanish Town, Virgin Gorda. You can also leave from Road Town to Tola to Spanish Town, Virgin Gorda. But honestly though, this beach right off of where the ferry docks, this is better than some islands like Beth Beach. Wow. We just made it back to Trellis Bay. How was the ferry ride? Hope you guys enjoyed this Virgin Gorda the Bats vlog, and remember to always do more of what makes you happy. Bye.
Quiero yo hacerte el amor en la